Alright, we got a quick review of the last video. We were looking at a piano keyboard, and they kind of noticed that the notes are named A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that cycle repeats. So the note higher than A is B, the note lower than A is G, something like that. And then occasionally, with the exception of B and C and E and F, there is a sharp or a flat, depending on how you want to name it, in between each of those notes. Now, let's keep that idea in mind and look at a guitar. Now, you eventually want to know all the names of the notes all over this instrument. And there's a bunch of them, and you might think, ooh, I got a lot to memorize, but not really. If you remember what we did in the last video, and then remember what the open strings are tuned to, you can find any note you need. So the open strings are tuned traditionally in what's called standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, and E. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. That's what's called standard tuning, but there are other ways to tune your guitar too. There's lots of people get creative with the tunings, but even if you have it in a different tuning, this basic idea is still going to apply. And on any instrument, this idea will pretty much still apply. Let's start out with the E string. I'll do the fat open string. All right, if I just go up one string, the note gets progressively higher as I go up that way. So let's learn the names of the notes all the way up the string, and we pretty much already know it. So E and F are right next to each other, because remember there was no black key between E and F. There was a black key between F and G, so that's going to be this note right here, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B and C, because B and C, there's no black key between B and C either, so they'll be right next to each other. So B, C, 2 frets to D, because that's the C sharp right there. And there's D sharp, and then E. And once I get to E, I'm at the double dot. That's where the guitar basically starts over again. So I started out at E, ended at 12th fret at E. That'll happen on every single string. So open E, 12th fret E, open B, 12th fret B, open G, 12th fret G, D, D, A, E, E, all the way across. So any string, it's going to be that same pattern. You just got to remember the alphabet A through G over and over again, and that there's going to be a space between, or there's not going to be a space rather, between E and F and B and C. Let's try another string, A string. So we got A is open, first fret would be A sharp, there's B, B and C are right next to each other, A, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E and F are right next to each other, F, F sharp, G, G, G sharp, A. That's where we started out again. Keep on going from there. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. And I run out of room there. So every string is going to be just like that. D string. D, whoops. D, E. E and F are right next to each other. 2 steps to G, 2 steps to A, B, B and C, right next to each other. C to D. That's where I started out. So with that gets you pretty well on the way. You won't be able to get it really quickly. You might take a minute to count up and find out where the note is, but with that you should be able to pick any random note on the guitar and figure out what the name of the note is. All right.